The year was 1980, the beginning of the Iran-Iraq War, the deadliest war since World War II. Over 1 million people died during this war. Both sides started conscripting boys as young as 8 years old and forcing them onto the front line. 4 years into that war, I was 8 years old. Plus, I was one of 5 boys in our family. The future did not look good for us. That is when our parents took the bold move, sold everything they had, and got us out of the country to Canada, where we could have a safer space and a brighter future. The transition was not easy. It meant having to get used to new culture, new school, 2 new languages, bullying, and generally a very stressful life. Sure, I had escaped war, but it felt as though I was constantly looking for cover. One of the most positive experiences I have from those years are the camping trips that I would go on with my siblings. They were organized by my oldest brother, Majid, who in many ways played a father figure in my life and included me and my 2 younger brothers. 1 father figure, 3 kids. What I loved about these trips was the way they allowed us to escape our stressful lives and really let ourselves free, roaming into nature without any stress, without any pressure. Plus, there was always an element of adventure. Whether it was a case of being ravaged by a rainstorm, or being stranded in the middle of the sea, or attacked by an army of raccoon at night, there was always something happening to keep us on our toes, to keep us engaged. And it was these adversities that really brought us together and enabled us to forge a strong relationship that we keep till this day. Fast forward 20 years, and I find myself as a father of 3 kids of my own. And naturally, I was very keen to replicate the same bonding experience with them as I had myself. It was as though the stars had aligned. 1 father, 3 kids. So as soon as my eldest son, Cyrus, was out of diapers, I started planning his first camping trip while waiting for the other 2 to get a bit older. I knew it would challenge him, but I also knew it would bring us closer together and build stronger relationship. And plus, to make it a bit more fun, I included his classmates and their respective dads as well. The trip was a great success. Everyone had a blast, and before long, I was receiving messages from the other dads asking me, hey, when is the next camping trip? So I started to organize subsequent trips, and over time, the group started to grow and grow. One of the reasons why Fathers and Kids Camping is successful is because it provides the dads with a space to connect with our kids and to build lifelong traditions. When I was growing up, our ritual involved huddling around the fire, roasting marshmallows, and telling scary stories. These days, with my kids, our ritual involves retiring to the tent, telling beautiful stories involving talking animals, and sometimes even about football celebrities as they're getting older. Because these years are precious years, and it's really up to us to capture them. And research shows that it's actually very important that we spend this daddy time. Some dads like to go climbing on top of the hills, while others like to take their cars and go roaming in the sand dunes, even though it means sometimes getting stuck. The key is that this is our space to form lasting memories with our kids. And as Dr. Henry Abramovich shows in his 1997 study, this daddy time is actually very important for the kids. Dads that have shown to be actively involved in the lives of their kids, those children exhibit an enhanced mental dexterity, higher signs of empathy, and also greater self-confidence. So it's not only fun, it's actually really important for the development of the kids. Now, some of you have asked me, and I'm sure thinking tonight, wow, these sound great, but why not bring the moms along? And now, that's a fair question. It's a fair question. The reality is that for many of us dads, like myself, we spend a lot of time on the roads, which means we don't have the opportunity to really spend quality time with the kids. So these trips enable us to catch up with the kids while also giving the moms a chance to put up their feet, relax, and recharge their batteries. I can only speak for myself, but my wife is never happiest than when she sees me backing out of the driveway, saying goodbye, and giving her a freedom to relax, order sushi, watch Netflix, and meet up with her friends. It's great. She gets her space, and I get mine. To keep the kids engaged and entertained, we have now started to actually venture further into the natural space. Over the last years, we have gone climbing to the tips of the Hajar Mountains. We've also gone into the sea, swimming in the pristine beaches of Al-Maha. We have explored the furthest depths of the empty quarters and also gone snorkeling in the beautiful coast of Oman. Now, as Florence Williams shows in her book, The Nature Fix, these nature trips are actually very, very important for the mental development of both adults and kids. The frontal lobe, the part of the brain that is hyper-engaged in modern life, deactivates a little when we spend time outdoors, while the alpha waves, which indicate a calm but alert state, become stronger. Anxiety, depression, and other mental health issues can all be alleviated by spending time outdoors. Whether it's appreciating the endless sand dunes, putting your feet up and taking in the breeze, or watching the random flock of camels roam through your campsite. These are all benefits that you get when you're in the natural space. Yet, in often case, because of technology, we do not appreciate these. This is why on these trips, because of the remoteness of where we are, there's no signal, which means you can all switch off, laugh, and appreciate the natural space. The dads can stop worrying about work emails, and the kids can stop dreaming about their iPads. So, by allowing our kids to really embrace the nature around them, we provide them with the opportunity to really enhance their horizons, improve their social skills, and enhance their problem-solving skills. Because of all these benefits that nature provides us, it therefore becomes paramount that we preserve the natural space so that we could sustain it. For me, this sense of sustainability is actually very personal. I used to work for an oil company that got engulfed in a series of major environmental disasters. And this made me ask myself, am I actually helping the planet or hurting it? Had I escaped one war only to get engaged in another with Mother Nature? No. This is when I decided to change industries, go away from oil, and enter the renewable energy industry. And today I'm involved in delivering solar power and wind power to communities in Africa and Asia. And it's this same sense of sustainability that I bring to the fathers and kids camping. We always use solar power to light up our campsite at night. We use reusable plates and cutlery to reduce our waste and also get the kids involved in the cleaning up of those reusable plates. We always recycle everything we can to cut the waste because small steps can make a difference. Did you know that one single glass bottle takes 4,000 years to decompose, while recycling a single can of aluminum can save enough energy to power your phone for 3 hours? So small steps can make a difference. And our motto is take only pictures, leave only footprints. Of course, it's not always a walk in the park. Things do go wrong. Whether it's sharp changes in the weather conditions, malfunctioning tents, broken down cars, or the occasional encounter with deadly scorpions who happen to be lying right beneath your tent. We've seen it all. But in each case, the dads come together, we lock arms, and we overcome the obstacles. Each time, we push beyond our comfort zone. Now, for my own son, Cyrus, perhaps like his father, he always liked to live within his comfort zone. So you could imagine the amazing sense of pride that I felt on a recent camping trip when I saw him climb on top of a dhow, look down at the sea, and jump into the water. As he popped his head out, you could see the glow in his eyes. The sense of, wow, Dad, I did it. And it's this sense of achievement, this sense of overcoming the obstacles and pushing your comfort zone that these camping trips really bring to life. As Neil Walsh once said, life truly begins at the end of your comfort zone. Over the years, we've now had hundreds of families take part in these trips. What started as a simple camping club has now morphed into something bigger, into a lifestyle movement. We now have our own rock band. We have a full-fledged triathlon team for both the dads and the kids. And I'm happy to say that we're working on our first wilderness cookbook. Stay tuned. Fundamentally, the reason why Fathers and Kids Camping is successful is because it provides us with a space to connect with our kids in a natural environment with no preset boundaries and no limits. And because of its simplicity and low-cost structure, it's a concept that has started to expand internationally. Soon, families from Montreal will be able to link up with camping trips in Melbourne, from Los Angeles to London, from Cairo to Copenhagen. The potential is endless. So, ladies and gentlemen, I encourage all of you to break the chains of your daily grind and join us. Join us on the outdoor revolution. Because you never know where the road will lead you. Sure, you may end up with a bruised knee, a flat tire, or a cut, but that's when the adventure truly begins. Thank you.